Hello, everybody. It is my third video. It's it's about a recipe that I'm sure you've heard of before. It's called potato hash, or you can call it tater hash if you want. And I think it's a wonderful recipe. A recipe that you can make maybe for a Saturday or a Sunday. A special weekend treat. Oh, you can have it any time. I sometimes have it at any time. I like these things. And good food, good wholesome food. And what more could we really want or ask for? And you can even, if you make a little bit extra, ask for more. And I think it would be a huge benefit, hugely acceptable, the hugest taste to your menus. Now, it's all very well people saying, oh, maybe it's a bit, too much to do, but let me just reel off some ingredients for you so you can think about making this wonderful recipe. I would start off if it's for a few of you, not just for yourself, because you can pare it down if it's just for you. If you live on your own, like what I do, there may be a stick insect entering the fold soon, but that's in abeyance. Um, so we'll see about that. Anyway, what it is if you could do £7 of potatoes, which is 3.5 kilograms, for a lot of people, they're into kilograms. 500 grams of beef, about £1, or lamb. You can have beef or lamb. And some people these days use corned beef, a tin of corned beef, or even fresh, sliced corned beef from the corned beef shop. Anyway, I would say that's a good idea to do that. One large onion, 3 carrots, 3 beef stock cubes, gravy granules. I think that's always a good one. Gravy granules, salt and pepper. Seasoning to taste. Why not? Just throw it all together basically and stick it in a pan. And never leave a pan. Always keep with safe for until it's done. Really, the good thing is you can always taste it. With a fork, put it on a side plate, and once those potatoes are just there, and the meat doesn't take long. Mince, you can use mince if you want, and I think it's a good idea to do that. It's a lovely recipe, really, and once you know how to knock that one together, along with the other recipes that I give you in my earlier videos, because as you know, this is video 4, you can draw on that because if if food be the music of life, then chew on, or sip if it's syrup. It could be a clear consomme, it can be a soup. But anyway, this is potato hash. I hope you like this recipe. I was thinking of you, you know, thinking of you to get this wonderful recipe from me and benefit from it time and time again. And what better way to spend your day than eating potato hash? Um, you know. Now I'm just trying to think who was that person or that word that hung around with miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. No, I'll have to get that back to you in a future video. There's a little taster for you, and I usually link the two of them together, but I know there is that other one to think about. But I am dreaming up. Sometimes I go to bed. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have a recipe in my mind to share to my increasing viewers. And I know you like to tune in to my recipes. And not just my recipes, but views on life. I mean, difficult times we're going through just now. This one's being done in March 2020. So difficult times, but we'll get through them. We'll get through these times together. And I count on you, yes you, the other side of the glass, to tune in and benefit from my wonderful recipe. I know what I'm going to say next. Seriously, benefit from my recipes, hopefully, and also just have a chat really, and hope you're okay, and you're finding these recipes to be of benefit. This is video 4, and I think if I can provide at least one recipe for every video, and it's a good recipe, a recipe that you can use, not just, you get so many recipes these days, and there are a lot of good ones, don't get me wrong, but there's some that are a bit obscure. I find myself, I can only give you my own view, I find a lot of them, I just don't use them, I'm not really into doing that, into using those recipes. So this video really has been about, it's all been about potato hash, or potato hash, which can be, to recap, main ingredient being beef or lamb or corned beef. This can be done in chunks of beef, chunks of lamb, or it can be, I've used minced beef many a time. The lower the fat of minced beef, the higher the price you have to pay for it. But I do prefer to source my mince as a lower fat, around 5% or less. It is a good guide for you, and you'll not go wrong with that, I tell you. And as I say, seasoning is really down to the individual. Some people like a bit of salt and pepper, and others don't. And there's no right or wrong on this. It's what's called, as you know, I'm sure, a value judgment. That's why we have menus. People like different things. We're not all the same, and thank God we're not. Thank God there's a choice out there of different menus that we can. I mean, some people go in and order things like semolina, tapioca, and what's that other one? There's another one. There's 3 of them, and I'm not particularly enamoured, like a brooch. No, I'm not enamoured by them really. That's enamelled, isn't it? And not for me, but of course I fully understand other people do like them, and that's why I think it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like noodles and semolina, tapioca, and something else. Something might be in noodles, but I do like noodles, which was one of my last recipes. And also there was the smoked herring with a poached egg on top. That was one of the other recipes. But now I'm into my 4th one. The first video I did was more of an introduction of things to come from me. And I hope you can tune in on a regular basis just out of curiosity, if only that, and hopefully more strands of reasons to tune in. My enigmatic personality, or maybe something else. I don't know, but you're welcome to tune in and discover my latest recipe, which I know you probably. I don't want you lying awake at night thinking, what's his latest recipe going to be? But it would be nice if you do have in the daytime, or even at night time, but not when you're in bed. I do have a passing thought and think, do you know what? I can't wait to see his next recipe, because these are recipes you can use. They're not ones that just get thrown into the corner and forgotten about, and that's why I do them. That's why I do this series, which I plan to do 1,000 of these videos for starters, and then we could do another series and another series, another almost infinite, really, in a sense. You would think, but as you probably noticed, the first introduction, the first video, was quite short. The second one was a little bit longer. Third one was Quantum Leap. No, it was a bit of a wider strider. It was a wider strider, and this one I've surpassed the last one. So this is the longest video. So I shall draw this video to a close. I hope it's been entertaining for you and informative, and most of all, a video that you will use. I mean, you may have had tater ash in the past. Of course you may have. I'm just sort of reminding you, they're not sort of new recipes. These are just, except, well, one of my recipes, the herring, smoked herring with the poached. I do believe I may have invented that. Which would, if true, would put me in the same realm from inventiveness, that's all, as Fanny Craddock. Now, Fanny Craddock, God bless her, let me tell you and inform the world, of which you probably know this already, invented the prawn cocktail. I love prawn cocktails, and I have one or two of her cookbooks on the wall in the kitchen. As a tribute, to such a wonderful lady who certainly knew about food. Anyway, my invention, smoked kipper. We call it a kipper in the UK, but really it's herring, smoked herring, with a poached egg on top. That was my second video. Anyway, just reminding you of that one. But nowhere near as good, I don't think, an invention as prawn cocktail, but still a step forward in the culinary world, I would say. If you don't mind me saying. But anyway, this one's about potato ash. I hope you've enjoyed my rendition, and I aimed on the outset of this video to make it about 15 minutes long, and well, as I'm padding it out a bit now, it is approaching 15 minutes long, and I think it's not been bad. It's not done bad. It's probably gonna get to 15 minutes. The next one, I may decide to change the format and put a couple of recipes in. This will then make it 30 minutes. Hopefully, I'll be going for 30 minutes, but because it gives me a bit, I don't have to rush it so much. You see, I can have time to explain it. And anyway, I will say now, Take care. Keep smiling. And I hope to see you tune in to video 5, which is after this one, of course. So keep smiling for now, if you can. And speak soon. Bye.